Board online radio, the baseline voice of the community.
Evening, good whatever time that you'll be watching this, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sid Mathis, and of course, I'm the founder and the CEO of Steelport Online Radio. Steelport Online Radio is an initiative platform for information platform that is based in Steelport. Steelport it's in Limpopo, a small town in Limpopo next to Bakersford, and we under Fetagom municipality. You're in a mining area, and our town is transforming every year as far as the opportunities is concerned, and it has more opportunities when it has attracted many investors to come and invest in this place. It's a very rich in minerals, like I said. It's a mining area, and therefore a whole lot of people are coming from different places to come seek work here. And Steelport, it's a rural area, and of course it has people, different cultures as well, and basically dominating one tribe of Mapedi, and what's happening is that with its opportunities, it sometimes tend other people to become monsters, or rather to become greedy, especially if you find yourself in the leading positions and you're only on that position for the interest of yourself, not for the people. And in most cases, I see most people in the villages tend to make it wrong decisions as when coming to the representatives or the leaders of that they choose within their communities to represent them. And in most cases, in a way that it is because of they believe one just choose his neighbor, or just choose his friend or his cousin to nominate him for the representative position, but not checking if Kazi is capable for that position. And it's of the view, it's only of one view that Maki will always consider my CV, and will always consider me and tell me more of opportunities that are coming, since I'm close. So hence it happened that way, that people, they get to choose in that way, and that's very wrong. And that has developed many of loopholes and failing as far as the rightful communities of this place are now suffering, and due to that, and my advice is that it hasn't been done correctly in the first place, this leadership thing has been taken for granted now, whereby it's an vehicle where if you need to be successful, jump on it, and because of and simply because of the mining representatives have noticed that weak point, that all the representatives are actually not here by the interest of the people, but of themselves. So hence now they get to offer them, hey man, we hear what you're talking about, we hear what you're saying your people are crying about, but what is it that you want, and they fall into that, and that's a capture. That's a brutal truth, and it is what it is, and that's how it is, and if you think or you become more verbal and trying to question things, they block you. Like truly they block you, and they block you, and they will the mining personnel, they'll form against you with those representatives. Like, hey man, this guy, hey, this guy, this and that. You will ramatseba, skawara kaena, skamchela serious, just because of you're selling your brother like that, just because of you thinking they will give you opportunities, and in most of their time they fail to get those opportunities, or they just give them crumbs. They give them crumbs. And remember, as a rightful community of or the resident of this place, you have a right and you must eat on the table but not under the table, but we have given this mining representative to take over and then to undermine us, to realize our weak points, and we keep on doing the same mistakes. The communities keep on doing the same mistakes time and again of electing representatives that are not fit to represent them, just because of those people, probably of that think, I want to know, he's my body, you can chof or something, and it doesn't work like that really. And the honest truth is that if there's, say for example, the mining will take out posts, will send out vacancies via email, and therefore the representatives will then see, okay, is a particular mine, he's looking for about 10 general workers. So therefore, out of that 10 general workers, they divide them according to the villages. Maybe they'll probably take 2 on each villages, and there's about 18 villages in Steelport. That's they are immediate to those organizations. So and unfortunately, they take 2, and they'll send out those CVs, but out of that, you'll find that no one has been taken, and the communication as well has never went out. You've never been informed that you were not successful because of this and that. It's just been quiet. And when they try to do follow up, and they were told that OP Act has not allowed them to disclose rather, as to who got the position, But now the question is, why do you practice the Poppy Act on the opportunities of the community? Unfortunately, nobody asked this question, because those who can ask the questions have been captured. Like, they've been captured, And now it went, and when the community want to know as to what happened actually on that post, they seem not to have an answer. And they seem to go to the mining houses, and they say, you know what, Mpaga took what delay, and therefore if you don't tell us, we're gonna have a problem, And now the mining houses is aware, and then what do? They'll say, no, it's fine. What will happen is this, we'll let you know by email. Don't worry guys, we'll let you know. We'll send the information by email, but will not disclose the deep information about the particular candidate, as to your ID numbers and whatsoever, and they end up not doing that, and nobody pushes it, and if they try to push it, and now the community will then be angry with them, those representatives, and the representative, then they will see, you know what, let's rather forward ourselves. And it got to the point that now the representatives are there just to forward them for themselves, because mostly of the representatives that were part of these villages, they forwarded themselves, and others got opportunities, your business opportunities, your enterprise development opportunities. They got them, they got them. Only those that did not get them, that were actually real fighters that wants to fight for the community, did not get them. And I want to tell you, I'm that victim. I'm that person. I'm that person. I was the steel boats secretary, and out of that group that I was the representative with, everyone, mostly all, apparently all of them, all of them, they did get the opportunities. They did get the business opportunities, and they left. And the others are living large now, but I didn't get any, because I was fighting for the right. But unfortunately, I was alone. So my point is that now I had to sit down and recheck and revisit as to, and make researches as well as to Mara Kanjani. How come? Why? What is it that we're not doing right? And then I then figured, no, man. As a forum in the communities, we should also have our own policies. Yes, we should have our own policies. As a forum, the steel port cluster, those are our policies. Business enterprise development policies, transformation, what with CSI policies, policy of CV submissions, policies of employment, policies. We should have policies in place. Training, skill and training development policy should be in place, and therefore get to the mine personnel to actually sign those policies, acknowledge that they are aware of what we need. We are clear with them, as a community, what we expect from them and what they expect from us, and therefore in future they can adhere to those policies. But it has been failed to. Such thing has never been done, and the unfortunate part is that other people within the community now, as they get to now, you will see it's more actually about now they've been captured. Others now you could see or no, this one now he is working for that particular organization, or no, where now all you gotta do just to be this person or be the spy. They will start lies about others. For example, I was a victim and I was victimized, but unfortunately I just brush it off, all those things. People will go around, your CVs here, you're submitting your CVs, whoever during that process of Huduba, because we do what's called Huduba. What Huduba is that of if there's they need for 5 people, and there's opportunities for 5 people. Let me say opportunity of 2 people or 1 people, will take 4 people to go compete themselves on the interview. Depending on that position, sometimes it will be straight. it will be that we are looking for one, and there will be that of one. All right. So the Hoduba then during that day there will be a Hoduba whereby they will throw in either there will be numbers in the box written yes or no, and the community will line up, queue up there, and of course in the box see if you pick up yes or no. All right. So now other guys will say, okay, no, you didn't, so no, but you guys after that, whoever is picked up yes will then submit the CV, and the CV will be submitted to that particular institution, that is organization that is looking for those particular candidates. All right. So now you'll then someone will come and say, the people that are taking your CVs, your representatives, are actually the ones not submitting your CVs to the organizations. It's not like that. On my time while I was still there, Shem, what will happen will be that of there's a Hoduba, then they pick up yes, and those people, it's Tepo, it's Tabang, and it's Maria. Then Maria, they'll submit their CVs to go compete, and we'll take the CVs and not submit them to the mine. No, we'll take the CV to the center of the community representatives, which is based somewhere elsewhere in Longtil, a place called Longtil. We'll go to that center. In that center, there'll be a chairman and a secretary that will take the CVs, and most of the time, and go submit. But you will be surprised. The very same people that are taking those people, there will sometimes people will tell, they told us, or you guys did not submit our things because since Kilena, you guys took our CVs there. Sure, shame. I told him they've been misled. I told him, Rena, we don't do this and this and that. I understand. And again, the other thing that our community should know is that when they say they are looking for 5 people, the representative should be clear. We are looking for 5 people. We're not going to take 5 yeses. But on that 5 yeses, you are not yet. You're not already. You are not. It's not straight. It's not. What's the term? Yeah, but you didn't get the job. Let me put it that way. Didn't get the job. Picking up yes doesn't mean you got the job. It means you got an opportunity to go participate with others from the interviews and whatever. So you might be elected. So people should also know that. Now, as I was telling you on my time, but now it went and things changes. As things changes, now people start to, the same representative, they'll now take the CV straight to the organizations. But now, here's the thing. Like I said, when we elect the representatives, we must make sure that we elect people that understand English, that can read English, that can talk English, and the people that can participate on a debate, and the people that can ask questions where they don't understand. But where they don't understand, not sit with the question and not ask on that day or on that time, that particular, the relevant people, and sit with the question and go ask them, the colleagues that questions after the meeting. Hey, what? How's the money? I'm listening to him. I'm like, Mara, would say, why also can he say this and that? But why didn't you raise that in the meeting? So it means this platform is not for you. You can't represent people there. You can't represent people. So that's the thing. Now, it's the challenges. It's the challenges that are here, and the mining personnel have found that loophole, and they're using that loophole to actually, for themselves, to put in now their own people, using the the Poppy Act, and again using knowing exactly or not these people, they don't understand. We just tell them and sign here, they just sign. What the heck? You know what I mean? So now what should happen? My advice here, what should happen is this: to all, and actually goes to all villages, any provinces, any country that has that is a community, that's a mining community based. This is how it should be. Firstly, on the forums, that develop policies, but first and foremost, this is what should happen. Each and every village, depending how large it is, it should not have more than 4 representatives. Actually, each village should have 2 representatives, a female and a male. And if you are lucky in the village, let's use the retired. You can use the retired nurse, the retired teacher, the retired understand. We can use those retirees. There are pensioners and there are retirees. We must understand that. So let's not. So no, we don't want those. But even if there are those that are old but they're still active. Let's use those. Let's take advantage of that and let's use those people. Because this people is a teacher, this people as a nurse, he understand English, he can read English, he can talk English, he can hear English, he can engage on debate, because they used to do presentations, these people. Do you understand? So now, if we have 2 representatives, then the accountability is there. But if there's a village, on one village there's about 10 representatives, but there's 2 on each section, for the why, for the who, and for the why. You understand? So it shouldn't be like that, because now the next thing you have about 20 representatives from one village. Then each village is about others 15, others 30, others 10. When you together, how many are you as the representatives? We must have 2 representatives, and those 2 representatives must be registered at the organizations. Those organizations must pay those representatives, compensate them every month. They must compensate them every month. Those 2 representatives. So therefore, accountability, Banameshu. Good people. So for accountability. And now, once we have that, now let's develop policies. Recruitment policy, business enterprise development policies, skill and development policy, procurement policies, policies like we can think of, let's then develop those policies. And each and as a cluster, because each village will have 2 representatives, and therefore they form a cluster, and therefore they will elect within them, they will elect. And in fact, even if for the process to be better, as the committees, they should elect their chairperson, their secretary, and whatever of the cluster. And therefore, those representatives, those executives, they are not in power of everyone, not even the community. They are not in power of those representatives. They are of the same level. They just that now they have to be there as a chairman, as a what. You don't make decision as a chairperson and say I rule. No. There must be again rules, policies, and constitution of that particular forum of the cluster. Do you understand? So once that has been done, therefore, now we can launch the forum. We launch the forum. We tell the mines, the government, that the DMR has to know. All mining houses must know. DMR must know. Government must know. Local government must know. And on the day and the launching event should be hosted and be funded by this minings. There must be pop up there for therefore there will be buses for the mass. There will be buses for the masses. We were on that particular stadium or that particular neutral location whereby the launch is going to be held. The launch is to introduce, therefore, is to introduce the forum of the cluster and its constituencies, representatives. So therefore now, once that is done, the media as well should be involved. If it should be invited. Invite your Tabela FM, invite your local radio stations, your Dubatse FM, your Stelport online radios, invite them to come and witness this. So therefore, on the day of the launch, then the committee will then do the presentation as a forum. We are here to launch this forum. It's called Steelport Cluster. Our chairperson, our mamang. His as a chairperson, his duties will be this and this and this and that. And therefore, our policies are like this and this and this. And therefore, now, generally, we have policy recruitment policy. This it says this, it goes like this, like that. So the mining representatives, those CLOs will be there, and the GMs will be there to hear, and they will write it down. And therefore, you tell them. Then we tell those people that now after this launch, after this launch, you spoke out. You told people about the policy, how blah 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 blah, and there'll be some questions if there's a questions, and therefore if there's no questions about the policy, and therefore the community at large must adopt. Even if it can take, we will say, according to the villages. Let's hear one from Rapasha or about this policies. Then no, Rekwana Leona. And therefore, on that day, we know that now the chapter is closed. We introduced our forum of the people, and this is how things will work. And now, the most important part, it's on the on that emailing part. There has to be an email You must create the email whereby the invitation of the vacancies will go through, and that email on that launch must be known. That's the only email that you're going to email is this. And on that email, whoever has access is going to be the secretary, not the chairman. It will be the secretary. And it will be the secretary of the main structure. And again, it will be the secretary of all villages. Secretaries of all villages. Your Pasha, your Mampuru, your Stoking, your Kai secretary, they will have, once they send out the email from the particular mine to the forum, secretary of the forum, of the main forum, it will also go straight to the secretary of the villages. So that's how it will work. All right. So now, after that now we know, okay, there's this particular email, and this email, people that have access to this email are this 121212, and those people will be known by the community that the secretary is this one and this one, who will be responsible for that email. Do you understand? So therefore things will run smoothly. And remember, I said only 2 representatives on each village, regardless how large. If it's very large, if it is very, very large, then let's go to 4. But otherwise, 2 always the best. Okay. So now those people now on the launch again, while we're still on the launch, all those representatives of the communities from those villages, the mines will also know them, and the mines now, they will make sure that those people are being taken care of every month. Have been taken care of every month. Now, we coming to the next phase. Now the next phase is that of, okay, fine, we're done with the launch, it was happy, blah blah, we had good time, that's it. Now the emails will be coming. Say for example, one particular mine sends out the email invitation of vacancies. Yeah, we are looking for one auto electrician. It goes into the email. It's via email. I'll repeat again. The post will come via email. So it means that the communication will be via email. Okay. The communication will be via email. We'll reply by email. We'll follow up by email. This is how it will work. They sent out, that particular organization sent out an invite to of a post, the auto electrician, to the communities, and then now it goes to all villages, and then all villages will go and say, we are looking for one auto electrician. You are not hired. Community must know. You are not hired. You only come here to contest amongst each other for that position. You only come here to participate on yes or no, or yes, or on yes that it says yes, I take yes, it's a door, it's a one step to the mine for the interview. And no one, there's still some short listing. You might not even make it. You must understand, you might not even make it. It doesn't say when we got yes, you have to make it to the interview. You might not make it because you'll be up against 18 people. So this is how People they elect, they pick up yes. Kera Pasha picked up yes. Mamanga Mampuru, yes. The secretaries of those constituencies must then send out email to the central, to the forum. Then the main secretary will see the email from Rapasha, will then forward. Do you understand? Not rather forward, but will then write back, reply back to that particular mine. Okay, we've got Seth, Tabang, Simon, Philemon, Lebrang, Mahlaku, Seth, Rapasha, Mahlaku, Mampuru, Kidiboni, Stokingi, Kai, Mama Kai. That's the secretary, the forum secretary that will send out to the mine order. We've got those people from Kai. That their documents will be physically submitted tomorrow. Then you send the email. Zip, the email goes for the list of the people. If you to that personnel on mine. Alright? Tomorrow, all secretaries, or you can have all secretaries actually. All secretaries, or if not, you can have you can elect another main secretary, give him the CVs and go and submit, knowing exactly they are safe, because already the mine has the names of the people by the CV. Therefore, she will take the CV, or he will take the CVs, go and submit, physically submit them. When he got there to the personnel will then take the CVs, will firstly open the email, take the CV versus what's on the email. If on the email said what is there on the email, Rapasha, but here there's Larato from Rapasha, the Larato must be rejected. If there's no, if your Larato can only be accepted if the mining personnel received an email that is supported by the secretary of that of the main secretary and the secretary of Rapasha. The secretary of Rapasha, approved by the chairperson, approved by the chairperson. There must be a letter that, hey, we would like to let you know, or no, Seth has reversed back, or Seth this and this has cancelled because of his reasons, so and so, and therefore we cannot have Nto or Seth. But again, to make it clear that Seth is not going to give us a problem. In fact, Seth, if he rejects, or guys, naman kilefele CV, but I'm not, and there's no time to do selection again, then Seth must write the letter. And Seth must know, or this thing is not going to happen again next time. Seth must write the letter, and Seth must be somehow no, this is the last time, it's not going to happen again. And therefore, either you leave that post alone, that thing alone. But without any more confusion, we're still on the step whereby now they're going to submit the CVs. When they got there and submit the CVs, and Seth is not on the system, instead of Seth from Rapasha, there's Maria from Rapasha. The mining personnel must reject the Maria from Rapasha and take the others if they are there. If they are there, and take the others if they're also there from the email. And then write back, reply on the same email that amongst the email I've received, Amongst the document I've received, I did not receive. There was one missing of Seth Malap of Kapasha, but there was the CV of Larato Masheo Kapasha, and I did not take that CV. I rejected it. Then I sent her the email. Then the people, they must go answer. They must go answer for what happened. Why did Seth was replaced by that person? All right. Then fine, it's by email. She sends back email, alright, from the names. I only got this, but Rapasha, there was a problem, this and this, I rejected him, but Seth is not there. What's happening with Seth? We're waiting for, please update me about Seth's CV. That's it. By Kwal. And therefore, now comes the shortlisting. On the shortlisting, the mining, on the shortlisting, the personnel must write back again, or we have shortlisted Katlego le Lerato. Amongst the 7 people, we took 3 people. Katlego, Lerato le Thabang. They were successful candidates that are shortlisted. So the other ones could not make it. All right. Now, they could not make it. All right, sharp. Ka email. The personnel replies back. All right. Then the secretary will say, okay, thank you. We understand. Then the secretary Pasha Leona will say, okay, I've seen it. I understand. It's okay. Thank you. Then Kemoga. Now the second process, that was shortlisting. The interview starts. People go to the interviews. As they go to the interviews now, on the interview, they'll be verified. They'll be verified on the interview. Okay. On the interview, they will take names of the people that are there, and therefore they will send the email to the secretaries that the people that came on the interview today was Mama. Therefore, if there's confusion, then they can fix that confusion. But they must reply back. They must reply back and say, no, it's fine. Thank you so much. Long understand. So therefore, as they go, right? As they go, now to interviews takes place. Interviews, they are done, and therefore now time for umanqoba. So therefore, it must be announced. It shouldn't be a problem to announce who got the posts, because it has never been a problem to send us the invitation to submit the CVs of our brothers and sisters. And our brothers and sisters, they've been elected publicly so, because the process of yes and no, it was done publicly so. So everyone in the village know that Seth took yes. So it shouldn't be a secret from your side as a mining to say we cannot disclose who got the post. Nope. It must be disclosed. Umanqoba will then know, okay, Manqoba ke man. All right. So if it's Thabang, then they'll write, or oi, the auto electrician post, the successful candidate was Mr. Thabang. Therefore, send it to the secretaries. Then secretaries, oh wow, oh okay, that's good. You see, that was processed from there with emails replying and what. Then once the Manqoba has been announced, then the secretaries of those constituencies must print out from the email communication Not just print out the name. No. Print out print out from when the invitation gets in, when the names of the people, candidates that's selected to go participate for interviews goes out, and communication back, and of the shortlisting, and then reply yes, and then of the final candidate as well, and then reply yeah, thank you so much, rap. They must print out that communication and paste it on their notice boards so that everyone can go on the notice board. Oh, why? No, Poswela, it was granted to Tabang. Oh, wow, Tabang got the job. Oh, that's good. Otherwise, regardless we hide that, at the end of the day, people they are going to know that or no, so that is why the processing of a selection is not done on camera or under carpet. It's done publicly so that people can see. So it shouldn't be a problem. So for people to know Tabang got the post. So the mining personnel should stop practicing the opportunities of the community. Should not practicing poppy act on the opportunities of the community. If that things goes like that, and when communication is like that, we will never have a problem of people not being unemployed. We'll never have that problem, because now the loophole is that they take out, or there's an invitation we submit, but they never communicated back. And when you go want the feedback, they'll tell you, or no, Poppy Act does not allow us to disclose. Hence, you come to our villages, especially Garaopola in Tugahong. It dominates by rooms. Business, accommodation business is dominating. And there's a whole lot of people coming every day. New ones coming, staying here, working. Ask yourself, how did they got the positions? How? See? So please, this is not a townships. This is a rural villages that has authorities, that has respectful royal houses. And our respectful royal houses should protect their people and should also make sure that they prioritize their people and the rights of their people. Because I don't think it should be worrying the royal houses that why is that in my village everyone now is studying accommodation business, and when you look at it, every njalo there's new person coming out there and they are working, but my children here in my village, the rightful people, are not working. Why? When you find that there's such things happening, it means that in that community, the royal houses are being captured. It's a brutal truth, and that's it. Because if you're a royal house that fights for their people, you'll make sure that your people are being protected. The rights of your people are being protected, not exploited. And they have not been taken of advantage. So, but what's happening right now? Our brothers and sisters that were born here and brought up here, that have been breathing the smokes, this dust from these minings, they are now aging up, and they have rightful qualifications. Besides qualifications, they have matrix, they have grade 8s. The requirements are there. The standard entrance, mining entrance is there. But what? Nothing. They are aging up. We are here. I'm one of those. We're aging up. We're getting to 50. Others are 55. But we've been here looking or hoping No, go tla loka. No, go a loka. No, this and that. Nothing. Nothing. Like you will go to other organizations. I was surprised to go see one of the organization. I call it very corrupt organization. That one. They're one of those steps organization. It's very corrupt. They're corrupt to the point that sometimes you'll be empowered only if you have a deal with them. You will be empowered only if you have a deal with them. Either that particular person benefits something from you. Otherwise, you'll never. You see, I'll give you an example mostly about myself. I've known as an entertainment guy in this village, in this cluster, Stelport. I've known as the guy that people believed and have hope in him, that through him we can be exposed to the world. Through me. Because of the plugs, the connections, and the things that I've been doing. I've been on TV and all that. I've been a good example and inspiration to most of my young brothers and sisters, and even elders. They're proud of me, but they're still surprised as to why things are still the same. We have one organization that has brought sound. Sorry about that. That has brought sound. Miss Pro, sister, hello, one man. Wangwa, Miss Pro, Sesi ago gwen. Miss Pro. Langwa, ago gwises. I'm sorry about that. I was been expecting a call from a sister of mine called Miss Promise, and she only calling now, and while I was still recording. Sisters, kinala problem I was ngwana man. I go get all in it. Maybe text me. Or I could say, but if you now know we can do now, because I'm online. I'm online. Busy something, and it's quiet. We can do it. All right. Yeah. As I was saying, I'm sorry about that. Busy as that, you see. That's Miss Pro from Tobela FM, one of her good sisters. Alright, so yeah, you see, I've been known like that. Like someone who, a hope to young brothers and sisters. That man, is doing when talk entertainment, it's me. But as a person, obviously, you won't be loved by anyone. You're not money. Okay, but my challenge is this. There's this particular big organization around here. And that organization, I made proposals, like plenty proposals to them of empowerment, they improve. And that particular empowerment and whatsoever place there, I've tried. I tried, but nothing. But guess what? To my surprise, that company, right, they bought themselves stage. They bought themselves lights. They bought themselves sound. That company. The things that were supposed to be that was supposed to be bought or empower someone out there, the mind has them for themselves. The mind has them for themselves. Do you understand? So it's not, sometimes we are not saying call Seth and say Seth because you're doing this and we want someone to give us this kind of service, but unfortunately then they don't qualify, or rather not meeting our specifications because of we are looking for certain type of equipment, and therefore let's buy this, we're giving it to you so then we can work, empower you. You can also work anywhere else with those equipments. No, but they did give some bought up some equipments for other people, and those are ladies, and shout out to those ladies. And sisters, I don't have a beef with you, and you deserve that, and holla to that. And I'm just giving example here, Kale, to my surprise, I deserve to go. I'm not saying I deserve, let me not say, but I deserve, because I've been in this entertainment for a long time, and my financial has not been fine to can buy the proper equipment, because I tried to do service with them, but they said the equipments are not meeting their standard. But they decide not to buy from me, but to buy for themselves. Why? We don't know. Guys, we have a problem here. And ladies and gentlemen, let's hold each other. Let's support each other. And let's change things, man. You know what I mean? Let's change things. Let's away with this 10 representatives from one village. Away with that. Let's have two. And against our royal houses, please support us, prioritize us. Royal houses, please. We as a royal houses, you cannot brag for the people, but you can be proud of your people. Okay, so if we fix that, then we win this. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Seth Mathis. Let's make sure what you do, we do it right, and support and love each other. Next time, the Steelpod Online Radio. Catch us on Facebook, Steelpod Online Radio, TikTok, Steelpod Online Radio, YouTube, Steelpod Online Radio. Itara, muchacho, Azia, let's fix this. Community representatives, away with 10 people and many people. Away. And community representatives of here at home, they have a tendency of believing what, as you are community representatives, means you are community representatives for life. That is why they will go to work and come back. They're still representatives. They're still receiving emails. Understand? And other people are still lining up here at home, but they're at work, and they come back again. They continue, and if you are a committee member of water, especially this water committee members, they think they are gods of this world. I don't know. They decide for people. They tell people what to do, how it's going to be run. A project is here, all the committee representatives, they go to work. They only take 5 or 3 people from the community. Like, really? Guys, please, let's make the right choices. Let's not elect people because he or is my brother or is my wife. Let's elect people according to the intellectual thinking. And let's make sure that the people we elect are the people that will represent us. A person, if he's not doing the right thing, you must kuza him at the right spot and change that person any day, anytime, for your rights. Amandla, Steelpod Amandla. Steelpod Online Radio. We're here, voice of the voiceless. Archel and Tube. Okay? It's not gonna be easy, but let's do this. Seth Mathis signing off.
Ranger Thirst with City Wasalebu, the best wines in Limpopo. Highest sparkling wine rolls with This Sweet Red 2020. This is Sidiwa Saleboa by Sylvia Munyama. And of course, follow us on all social media platforms at Sidiwa Saleboa.